You cute.
No strings attached, that's a rack, that's a rack. No strings attached, that's a rack, that's a rack. No strings attached.
Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. What's good, goddammit? We up in here, man. No strings
What
attached.
up?
On a Wednesday night, man. We back up in here. You understand? I hope everybody can hear me, man. Damn, I had some fucking beef jerky in my throat. God damn. All right, man.
Okay.
I know. Let's start this over again, man. No strings attached on a Wednesday night. God damn it, y'all know how we do, man. We talk about the culture and relationships on the show. You feel me? Tonight's show is entitled "Justice Over Friendships slash Relationships." Man, we talked a lot about the George Floyd situation on last week's show. Since then, he has been laid to rest, but you know the as they say, the battle rages on, right? So the pursuit of justice overall is still ongoing. People are still protesting, rightfully so. And so we're gonna continue to kind of stay in that vein in terms of our conversations on the show. So we're gonna talk about justice and friendships slash relationships because what I've been seeing via social media or even just in people I know personally, they are having very difficult times having conversations with people that they work with, people that they hang out with, shit, sometimes people that they've been knowing for years, even family friends. Mo talked about it a little bit on last week's show. So before I go too far, I got JC up in here with me on some social distance and shit.
Que lo que mi gente, Puerto en la casa, hemos regresado. Esto es lo que hay. Boom.
That was way too extra. Way too extra. We got Bree Baby up in here.
Hey y'all, glad to be back on this Wednesday.
Blase, blase.
Blase, blase. And we got Sister Mo. Or no? Sister Mo?
Hey y'all, what
Yeah,
up?
well, there.
Welcome back.
There you
Can y'all
go.
see me?
Yes,
Yes, man.
it
we
was
can.
just lagging a little bit.
Yeah, you good though. You straight?
Hey y'all.
All right. Sultry
I'm
Mo.
good.
Just making sure you sultry tonight. I'm eating this goddamn. Listen, I'm coming off a fast. I was fasting for the last like 3.5 days. And so everything I eat is like fucking super enhanced right now. Everything tastes great. So I apologize. Man, like everything, I'm drinking water. Like my God, where did we get this water from? Nigga?
Where's this from?
What kind of goddamn water is this?
It's the same damn water you've been buying.
Right, same fucking water, man. Yeah. So let's get to look. Before we get to that shit, anybody got anything on like some social media shit? Anything going on in the news besides George Floyd? You know what I'm saying? And surrounding me, we're gonna get to the justice over friendships and relationships. But anything else popping off that y'all seen in these here streets?
Like pertaining to like
To fuck-
anything?
Yeah, the fuckery.
Well, clean, Lord. So I've discussed about this couple before, but so they were married, they got a divorce because he was cheating on her or whatever, and then they got pregnant, and the dad ended up not being the husband, like whatever.
Oh God.
So I guess now their divorce is like becoming finalized, and she was saying that she was going to come out about everything. So today she was like kind of like exposing him about like him like abusing her and just like putting some facts out about this man.
Via social
And
media?
his rebuttal,
What on social media? You saying?
on Twitter,
Okay.
and his rebuttal was he posted a picture of her performing fellatio on him, and was the caption said, "But abusers still get head" or some shit. Like
Oh wow.
it was,
Oh wow.
it was like real crazy. Like
Yeah.
never seen no shit like that before.
And how long were they married?
They were married for I think like 2 years, and they've been together for like 4. But like it was just some real foul shit. Like they're wild. Like he's out of pocket for sure. But woo, Twitter is having a field day. They still going on my timeline right now.
Yeah, that shit is crass as fuck. Let me ask you this. So I'm not gonna ask anybody if they've engaged in it, right? But if you, I always believe that the rule of thumb for if you're going to engage in some type of like photographs or video in your sexcapades, right? I think both parties need to get a copy.
I agree 100%.
I agree.
Yeah, I think everybody need to get them a copy of this shit, right? Because it sounds like that young lady didn't have a. I don't know if she has a copy or not, but you know.
Well, she had got, I guess, like he had sent her pictures of like him with other women, like laid up on their booties and shit. Like it's, I should have said it in the gym earlier, but it was too much was going on today. But that shit, like it was really like them just going back and forth, like posting stuff that does not belong on the internet. But
Do they have kids?
she does have a kid, but it turned out that he wasn't the father.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. You said that. Oh, just in case it's your first time tuning in on this show, we do allow everybody to express themselves in their most organic state. Because I'm about to start cursing. You about to hear a bunch of MFs and all kinds of shit. So this is a foul ass nigga.
Foul, pretty foul.
Mo,
he like lied about. This nigga has lied about having cancer in the past on Twitter.
Whoa.
He has brought up like fake DNA tests apparently. And this isn't like the first time that he has like put his hands on a woman. Like he and then his homeboys, some of them like, I don't care if it's true or not, that's still bro. Like y'all are part of the problem. Y'all enable these abusive ass, controlling ass niggas, and they still do what they do because niggas not checking it.
This is also facts. This is 100% fact.
So I felt bad for her really bad. Like that whole situation is real messy and real toxic.
I was gonna just ask Mo, could you give this nigga a rating on the toxic scale, Mo?
She said 10.
Shit.
She's not.
Where's this nigga at?
On a scale of 1 to 10,
1 to 10,
it's
yeah.
pretty up there. Probably at least a good 9.999, if anything.
9.9.
I mean, shit. Anytime Bria ever tell me something, she, you know, her people or like something, not just necessarily her people, but in the case, there's always some wild shit going on. It's always some like off the wall shit that I be hearing about, and it's funny because like her, some of her people like she knows that be from there, like will follow me and stuff. Be like, when you coming out to the K? I be like, I'm not.
I'm good.
Bro.
I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to the K. But
that
funny. Shit's crazy as hell. But I mean, I feel like they was from, you know, the story that I heard about it. They was both on some toxic shit, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand the abuse part comes in. That definitely changes the direction to things. But I don't know. I heard a little more to the story.
Okay.
Like I remember when it was first going on, like all the initial drama. I was like, damn.
But still,
they're both kind of toxic.
But putting the pictures on the on Twitter, that's always gonna be a hoe ass move. And that's just.
I mean, that is a hoe ass move always. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta like grow up, and you know. But people don't grow up. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the thing. Like people just want to put it out there and bash somebody for something just because they want to look like the better person. But you end up both looking equally as stupid. Like y'all just putting y'all shit out there, and it's entertaining for us, but y'all just. You know what I'm saying? Kind of just degrading yourselves, I feel like. But
yeah,
everybody gonna react and do things differently, but I don't agree with that process. Hell no, I would not be trying to expose nobody because I mean at the end of the day it's like that shit could come full circle right back around to you. So handle that shit like an adult, grow up, you know what I'm saying? Like do what you gotta do, handle what you gotta handle. Like yeah, you could be hurt, you could be embarrassed, but I mean, you know, it happens. Shit. Plays fuck up sometimes, even though he probably not play at all.
and what's up with this nigga? Has he never got head before? This nigga like
he got excited though.
Yeah,
excited as hell.
Yeah,
that was your wife. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like nigga,
he very cornball.
Yeah,
energy.
This nigga was getting head from his wife. Like that's not a player move, nigga.
Like ooh,
yeah,
you showed us.
Right.
Like even his own brother was like, "Bro, this is trash. Like, take this out."
Yeah, that ain't
bogus.
the move. That ain't the move, pimp.
Like this ain't it. This ain't the one.
No, that is
This ain't the one.
that is not it, dog. All right, man. Yeah, let's see. Them niggas need a reality show. It sound like. God damn.
Bro.
Stupid.
Right? Like what the
Facts.
fuck?
YouTube channel, y'all would
Right.
get so many views.
Yeah. Cause I ain't gonna lie to you. I would tune in for the fuckery. I'm not gonna lie.
This guy,
I hate to
It's
be that guy.
entertaining.
he likes that guilty
Yeah, I
pleasure.
might keep up, you know.
You know, I ain't gonna lie. When it comes to like too much fuckery, like I got to get out after. Like I do have a fuckery limit, but I do like to tune
Right.
in for a little bit of the ratchetness every now and again. But right
I
now,
feel that.
right now though, it ain't really the climate for the ratchetness though. You got to give it some time. Give it some time.
Yeah.
Before we get back to having, doing hood rat stuff with our friends, we gotta like wait for a little while.
Right.
Because some real shit going on, man. All right, so let's get to the shit, man. Again, if you just tuned in, man, rate, comment, subscribe, all that fly shit. Jump in the comment section and make that cooler than what it was, man. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about justice, basically over everything. Oh no, I know I gotta have a lighter in this bitch. We're talking about justice over everything. So justice over friendships, relationships. You know what I'm saying? I suspect that y'all have been seeing this, hearing this, reading this as well. That a lot of people, man, for maybe like the first times in their lives, are having difficult conversations with friends. What the hell's so funny, nigga?
No, I
I'm like, this nigga's laughing and shit. Like, what the fuck?
no, I just find it. Why would you be having difficult conversations now?
Well, I think so this to give people some background. The girls might not even know this. Bree and Mo might not know this, but me and JC actually kind of became cool based on disagreements and arguments. Like we became cool because we would just like disagree on like social issues, religious issues, economics. We would disagree on everything and like just have long ass arguments at his house, at my house, wherever the fuck. Just have these long ass arguments. But it was always respectful. It was never like none of that shit. But we would always have like an opposing view or a slightly different view, and just over time just kind of debating that shit became cool. So to your point, you know what I'm saying? I'm the type of person that like I always have welcomed those conversations, but right now, man, that conversation right now is hectic because I think Mo said no because Mo said it last week. Like, nigga, you got to pick a side.
Yeah, real talk.
You did? You know?
I mean, it is kind of hard to pick a side right now, though, because especially those people that want to stay neutral, because I guess friendships or they don't want to say the wrong thing and then get ostracized by everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Get canceled, nigga.
Yeah. They don't want to get 86th. They don't want to get deleted. You know what I'm saying? But it's honestly, these conversations should have been held from the beginning. You know, who you supporting? Because if like we said last time, if you're marrying that person, then you know how that person is. You know what I'm saying? And you're obviously on that person's side. And now because all these issues are gonna rise up publicly, not that they were never behind the curtain, but now that they're in the public view, now you want to act like it's something important to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's that fake shit. Talk to me, ladies. What y'all seeing out here in these? I know y'all be in these Twitter streets, these Instagram streets heavy.
Well, a lot of people that aren't like of color that I known like since high school and stuff, they've been very proactive about things, and I don't know if they were before. Good to know that they're not like blind to what's going on and not being insensitive to things that are happening and trying to, you know what I'm saying, take a part into their privilege to be like, okay, yeah, I know I have this privilege. I know that my friends or people like they work with and stuff are, you know what I'm saying, going through things. And I think that's good. I haven't had any, well, besides today with work, but everything else, like people that I know are far, like I've had to cancel no one. So that's good.
What about you, Mo? Has anybody surprised you that you didn't think would have maybe an opinion that they've had?
None really, because I don't have much expectation out of people, because I'm not tight enough for people to have an expectation out of them. And for the people that I am cool with, it's like they already on the same page. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Right.
the ones that have been canceled are more so like distance people. So I guess I don't really mind because it's more like a social media relationship. So y'all can get out of here as quickly as y'all came in, like straight up. And like I said before, I was like, if you ain't with the movement, you against it. And I stand by that, like for real, because I don't know. I'm tired of people trying to justify certain things. Like I can understand people, I guess, wanting to be neutral about it, but I don't really feel like there is a neutral side at this point. To be honest, like how are you neutral at this point? Like it's either you understand or you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really understand the gray area. And if I feel like that gray area is there because for the people that just maybe don't want to see it, and that's what I've been seeing. People that don't really want to be persuaded a different way. They just want to be, you know, whatever. But I feel like silence is just as loud as people talking about all lives matter and things like that personally. And that's what I've been paying attention to as well. It's not even just the fact that I'm looking for people posting on social media and this and the third, like, because I'm not sitting and protesting every single day. Like I can't, you know what I'm saying? I got stuff I got to do too, but I'm trying to figure out different ways to continue the movement within my own daily life. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what's going to come down to. So I don't know. I'm paying attention a lot more for sure. Like I haven't had to cancel that many people. I told y'all, one person that probably did get canceled is my, like, I don't know if he's like my second or third cousin. I don't know, but he got canceled because it was just like some stuff that he was talking about that I could not let him just, continue on with the shit that he was saying on my Facebook. So I was like, all right.
I want to share something.
I'm sorry, but you could go. Like that's how I feel right now. Like it might seem like extreme to some people, but I mean, it's like, why would I not treat it as an extreme measure? You know what I'm saying? If that's something I'm really believing in,
Right.
why would I hold up? Why would I sit there and kind of loosen up on people? Like no, like that's the problem with like why we're still in the same position that we are, because we just let it go. We just okay, whatever. No, like shit. Talk to me about it. You gonna hear the same things coming out of me. I'm gonna be spitting the same shit that I've been spitting and new things that I'm learning. You know what I'm saying, like that. But I don't know. I don't feel like there's a neutral side personally.
Real talk. What you say, Jason?
Agree.
I wanted to share something really quickly that just popped into my mind after she said these people with the all lives matter point of view per se. I respect everybody's belief system. I don't think that I'm going to shove religion down your throat, because that's not what I do. But I'm going to share something that I do believe in. The Bible says that the shepherd left the 99 to go after the one. The 99 in this case represent the all lives matter, and the one represents the Black Lives Matter. People have to understand, yes, all lives matter, but right now that's not the case, because if we're fighting for equality, then that one has to come back into the 99. So that one right now needs the most attention. So all these people that are saying, yeah, but all lives matter, I need y'all to just quiet down just a little bit and realize what's going on. It's not that you guys are not important, but right now you are not the main focus. The priority right now is to give equality to those that have been fighting for equality for the longest time. This nation has been built on slavery. This nation has been built by the black by the black people, by the black community. This nation has been built on them. And for us to say that their lives aren't worth it when we've built our success on them, it speaks very low of us. So we as a nation, we got to wake up. It's not that all lives don't matter, but the focus is right now, the same way that the shepherd went for that one, that's the way the nation has to react. Everybody else is good but one. We got to go after that one. Make sure that one is good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, real talk. And I can say this. What was it, for about the last year and a half, when the current administration was, when they were on Mexico heavy and immigrants, and they were trying to build their wall. Black folks were some of the main motherfuckers down there marching with them folks on some like, yo, this is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We was really riding. You know what I'm saying? Especially here in the city that we all live in, right? It was a lot of black folks riding with that, and it's weird because I ran into somebody that said somebody. I'm gonna say a bunch of somebodies because I don't want to incriminate motherfuckers, right? But no, it was a real situation because he was like, "Yo, man, I had a partner, right, who I kind of loosely know through him, and he was like, when the whole shit was going on, when they were protesting about the wall and all that shit, he was like, yo, I was down there with him on some like, yo, this is fucked up, you know what I'm saying, da-da-da-da. And he was like, this same motherfucker just gave me some all lives matter talk. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, my nigga. Like, so, I think that's crazy. For me personally, I can say, I was surprised, I guess maybe slightly by one person, right, who came out on that kind of talk. And this is a person who I was in his wedding, right? So like that's how cool we are. You know what I'm saying? I was in dude's wedding, and he came out on some all lives matter talk. And I was like,
whoa,
like wow. Yeah, I was like, say it ain't so, man. Say it
There's
ain't.
some people that really don't understand, like that don't understand that simple, that you're totally going against everything that what people are fighting for right now. Like if that was the case, like I've seen it everywhere. If all lives mattered, Black Lives Matter would not be a movement. Period.
Let me ask y'all this.
Yeah.
boom.
Let me ask y'all this, and I'm gonna start with the ladies on this. If y'all were dating someone and right now y'all had a difference of opinion, would that be the end of the relationship for y'all right now? Like everything had been going smooth. Yeah, that would do it for you.
We've already tried talking through it. I've already done the attempt at educating them on why this shit's important. Are we past that already?
Right. Like y'all.
Because I mean, obviously, that would be if I'm in a long-term relationship, which I feel like these views would have already
been talked about,
discussed at this point. So I don't think it would get to a point if I wasn't on the same. You know, that the coon shit activated.
Shout out to Umar. Yeah, we got you.
Is your Wi-Fi on? Is your Wi-Fi on?
I'm like, y'all on some Nelly shit over there.
Yeah, no, that was you, nigga. She said, y'all.
What?
That was
It's you.
It was you.
My shit's fine. His shit froze and yours was still moving.
Okay, Mo.
I'm just saying. I thought everybody would have went out. Shit.
No. You good now. It's back now. I don't know what was going on before a second. It was messing up. But yeah, no, I agree with you though, Mo. Like, you would think that y'all would have these conversations, but I'm seeing people, man, who have been in relationships who just, I don't know if they thought that we were in a different type of society or what the fuck they thought, but they just weren't really having these conversations, and they find themselves on different ends of the spectrum.
And I mean,
it sounds tough.
Yeah, I mean, like there's certain situations that can come up and it could bring up some shit that you didn't even know about a person. And I feel like, honestly, that's what needed to happen because you clearly didn't need to be with each other if y'all's differences are not somewhat compatible or are somewhat on the same page.
You know, it's weird though because you often hear about people like when it comes time for voting, you hear about husbands and wives who are one might vote Democrat, one might vote Republican, right? So and I know people who are in marriages like that who've been married 40 years, perfectly fine, but politically they just have a different opinion on which direction the country should go politically on under what particular type of government. So I can see like people like that just having a different social opinion on things. Right. Now, I don't. Me personally, if like Mo said, if your coon chip got activated, I'm cool on you, right?
Right.
Nigga, I'm so cool. Like, if you come to me on some, if you start talking about Chicago or black on black crime, I'm good, my nigga. Like, what you can do is just fucking pack your little bag, so I can pack mine, but we out, right? But,
I'm sorry, but that's like such a tired ass argument. I'm sick and tired of people talking about black on black crime.
But it's a lot. It's a lot. I see a lot.
I'm sick and tired of people trying to pull the white people being killed by cops too type argument because it's tired. You know what I'm saying? We've already expressed the point as to why those are not valid points. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I actually was seeing a girl that I wasn't tight with this girl. I didn't know this girl. It was just one of those people that like went to my high school, so we ended up like friends on Facebook. And she went and pulled some statistics online and was just like, I guess, breaking it down by the demographics and the number of people who be getting shot by police in different races, this and the third. And of course, it's from like some. I'm commenting on the thing. I'm like, what's the source of this? Because this is just a screenshot of it. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't see the address bar, nothing on there. I'm like, what is this? Where are you getting these charts? Like, I want to know. So it was like Statista.com or some shit. I was like, okay. So we getting off of just like
Not a
a
credible
website.
source.
I don't know the credibility of this site.
All right. Okay. All right.
I think it's real ignorant when people start talking about um, what about when the police kill a white man or a white woman. I mean, obviously we don't know what goes on because if it's not publicly recorded or if it's not on camera, then nobody's gonna know, right? But I think that the and I may be wrong, and pull out the stats if you want to. We can sit here and argue, but I don't think that police brutality happens on white people. I don't think it happens on white people as often as it does towards the more minority group. Um, and this is where I feel that people become very ignorant with the issue that and I think it was Trell that said in one of the shows, one of the past shows, where he said it's one too many. It's
Right,
one
right.
too many. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that the blacks have been going under a crazy oppression for the longest time. It's so crazy that it even in the history books you can't even fit all the details of what has happened within the black community and under the white oppression. And people have to realize this. It's been a long time fighting. It's been a long time fighting, and I think we as a nation, we need to open up our eyes and understand that there's a lot of people that have been real privileged in their life, and other people don't have this same opportunity. And instead of sitting there trying to judge them and trying to bring them down, trying to kill them, I think you should lend out a helping hand. You know what I'm saying? Those people that were born
Yeah.
with a silver spoon in your mouth, like, I mean, let it go. Let it go and start doing something for the community that's actually going to bring some type of value. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I think to finish like what to kind of like still kind of go by the what I was talking about with the statistic thing, like people and I definitely agree with what you're saying, JC. I think that the thing that I have the issue with people posting those types of statistics is because they're not really looking at it from a bigger scale, because in that case it was flawed because she wasn't considering the difference in the population between races. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right,
there's a
right,
much
right.
bigger white population than there is a black population, and majority of the black population is being killed versus the white population where it's just like a small dent. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing that was just kind of annoying to like, and somebody did get in her shit low key. Like someone was in the comments going off on her because she was definitely with the movement and just was like, let her know, like, don't post this type of shit because you went online to go and find something to support what it is that you're saying. You're not trying to educate yourself. You're
Right.
looking for something to support what it is you already believe. Like,
Exactly.
instead of actually educating yourself, because she was on there talking about, y'all can educate me. I want to be educated. But she was like, you're not really trying because you just want to make a point and you want to pull some shit to kind of prove it. And at that point, it was invalid. I was like, okay, damn. Like, it really helped me to see things from a different perspective of how things, people have been trying to flip shit around. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and she was correct, like that she was going and looking for something just to support what it is she was
Proof.
saying, rather than learn. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. I think that's the biggest thing is that people just want to speak on something that they have nothing to know about. Like, I don't even know, like the depths of my own history, but I'm learning, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna speak on what I've learned, but I'm seeking that knowledge, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking for it. I'm not just going off of what I, think this might be or sound good, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right,
and I
right.
think that's been the most frustrating part about it is like, and that's why, with the shit that I've been doing, like just kind of trying to find little things here and there to like help educate not only myself but others that want to. You know what I'm saying? Because that's I think really what's going to come down to when
And
it comes to like getting that revolution type
you,
shit. We have to educate ourselves first. But
you and Bree are now in a book club, correct?
Yep. In the book club.
See, y'all are trying to get it in, right?
Get
facts.
educated
Right
on everything.
on
Trying to
everything.
learn. I'm gradually, eventually gonna seek more black owned businesses to start trading my products for this and that and third, like simple everyday shit, hair care, body care, things like
Right.
that. So yeah, definitely a lot of small changes that I'm just gonna have to gradually do over the years, pass on to my friends, my family, my kids, and shit like that. And that's really gonna be my contribution. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I can't be in the streets protesting every day because niggas gotta work and pay the bills. But I mean, shit, I can still be active in other ways outside of just
Right.
walking down the street. So, but shout out to those that are still able to protest. We that are actually out there still protesting because apparently there's been some police led protesting going on, which just doesn't make any sense to me. But
Yeah, there's a lot of different and weird stuff going on right now. Um, the reason.
oh, let's talk about
Let's
the
go.
Democrats that show they put on. Was that
Oh, with
that
the
didn't have that just happened like a few days ago
with the kente cloths.
with the kente cloth
Yeah, them niggas are
and the
wild.
kneeling
Them
and
niggas is wild.
what the fuck was that?
See, my problem with the Democrats is that they try to go too goddamn far with the bullshit. It's like,
Oh yeah, they try to act like they're so
yeah, it's like my nigga, just
woke.
yeah, just relax.
Y'all, I was like, wow.
Like we get it, nigga. Y'all ain't Trump. We know you're not Trump. Like, but don't go to like don't.
Is this real?
Well,
Nigga,
you
I
know,
was looking at
like,
that shit
y'all
like,
did
is this
not
really
have to-
happening?
Like I'm sure that like for the ladies, y'all can respect this, right? It's sometimes when like that like yo, you feeling the dude, I might get this nigga a little pussy tonight, I might give him a little ass, you know what I'm saying? But if niggas start doing too much, like okay, nigga, you done did too much now. I'm cool on you.
It's like, yeah, you
Right.
done. You have to beg.
Right. That's the Democrats for me sometimes. It's like, nigga, y'all are like, relax. Like, nigga, we know, like, Trump, just,
We get it.
they
You
should
know what
just
I'm
sit
saying?
back and just, like, let Trump self-implode. We don't need y'all to, like, jump in and, like, try to do fucking,
Help
like,
them out.
they be out here trying to do the goddamn, the Cupid shuffle. Like, nigga, sit y'all ass down some goddamn where. We don't need to see kente cloths
Dog,
and kneeling.
people out
Fuck
there
outta here.
partying, dancing with cops and
Yeah.
stuff. Like, I'm
Fuck
like,
outta here.
okay, so y'all are just losing sight of what it is. Y'all niggas is bored. Like,
When the fuck did the Cupid Shuffle become the official song of this goddamn movement? What the
of
fuck?
unity.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck.
What in the actual fuck? If I see one more Cupid
People,
Shuffle
I feel
video,
like people are partaking in certain things to just, act like they're being proactive or seem like they're being proactive on the media, and that's just how some people are, unfortunately. But I feel like, I don't know, because like people will make comments about, oh, y'all not posting anymore, y'all not doing this, y'all not doing that. Like, why do y'all feel like everything has to be put out on the media to show someone that you're doing something and being proactive? Like,
right?
yes, of course, like if it's something remarkable that you want to, just show gratitude to that you have done, okay. But like every little thing does not need to be put out there that for you to get an applause for. Like, this is shit that we should have been doing, but we're doing it now and just being proactive and still staying on the movement and being smart about it and not just.
I think the shit that Mo brought up is exactly what I believe that every black person should be doing right now. Like, you should take a personal inventory and say, okay, what are the changes that I can make, right, to help make things better, to help start, you know what I'm saying, encouraging things for my community first, right? I think that's like the very first step that everybody can do. That's an easy step to do, right?
Do exactly something that's very attainable.
And that leads to change. I don't need to fucking post on my social media that, hey, I went to the black-owned butcher shop today and got some meat. Like, my nigga, okay, like I'm not looking for. I don't need your applause. Now I might want to post it one day just to let people know, like, hey, you know what I'm saying, in case you want,
right.
you know what I'm saying. But I'm not gonna be like telling you every time I go, like, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? I think. And I told my wife this. I think that we're getting into I mean, that's kind of like the age we're in anyway, where people are doing a lot of shit for likes and retweets. We talk about it on this show a lot of times. You get women and men who will post shit just trying to fucking suck ass to get some likes and retweets. You know what I'm saying? Niggas will post some sucker shit just to try to get females to retweet it. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I don't know why guys just can't appreciate women. Like, shut your dumb ass up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like just say something that's just so like already known that you just want people to like to applaud you for it. That shit is so corny to me.
I'm seeing people do it with this to a certain degree. And listen, I'm not knocking nobody, man. I want everybody to continue because I think it's a beautiful thing right now that people are like seeking knowledge. You know what I'm saying? That people are like looking to do different stuff, looking to make changes. I'm appreciative for it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to discourage anybody, but yeah, to your point though, Bree, like just because I'm not telling you every minute of my day what I'm doing to try to do my part to make things better, like don't think I'm not doing my part. You dig?
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, speaking a little bit about because y'all mentioned the Democrats, but isn't Hillary Clinton on trial right now?
For what?
For that Benghazi BS? She's on trial. She's literally going on trial. She's literally on trial right now.
Man, she ain't nothing for happen with it. Just like did nothing happen with Russia, ain't shit for happen with this Beng. They be talking about Benghazi for goddamn 6 years now. Shit. Man. I can't even spell Benghazi, nigga. I think she's taking advantage of this whole. That's the point, though. Everybody's taking advantage of this,
so that she won't get publicized.
Well, that's the smart thing. That listen, only the dumb people right now. I don't know if y'all agree with. Y'all might disagree, but here's what I'm saying. Only the people who, and I'm gonna call you dumb. Only the dumb people. No, real talk. You got to be a dumb motherfucker right now if you are like a public figure, an athlete. Somebody of prominence, somebody. If you got a blue check mark, goddammit, you got to be a dumb motherfucker to say some stupid shit right now.
Real talk. That's real.
That
is real.
It's just stupid. Even if you don't believe it, just put Black Lives Matter.
I'm dead.
No, real talk. Because think about how stupid you got to be to say something else right now. Because nigga, you're done.
It's like you asking to be targeted and canceled at this point.
Yeah, and so
I mean, I'm all with the canceling though. I canceled Doja already. And people thought I was playing. Like when I'm telling you, Doja is 100% canceled. I deleted her music.
Oh, but that was some real. But that was that shit was.
But that was some shit that you can't just overlook. Because I could have easily overlooked that. Oh, her music cool, whatever. No, her shit's out the library.
This bitch is
I heard it at, when I was out and about the other night. I heard her song. I ain't getting no reaction. I'm sorry. I don't fuck with her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just. I don't know. It's real personal, I guess, at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, keep that shit away from me.
Yeah, that shit she was on. Listen,
she was on some other shit.
Yeah,
like
that shit was on some real bedwenching shit. She was trying to, that race play shit is all, Anyway, that shit is, fuck Doja. Fuck her. That shit there, man, is, and unfortunately, white men pay good money for that shit.
Right.
To engage in that type of little degrading sex, they love that.
No, Chick-fil-A canceled too.
It is very. I'm not saying it disparagingly. I'm saying it because it's like popular.
No, I know.
Let me say this real quick in the chat because some people did comment in the chat. Trail said that it ain't for us. They never made it for us, Democrat or Republican. I agree. Courtney said that he said, quote, cops kill more white people, unquote, is a baffling argument because they are basically saying it's okay because they wrongfully kill all of us. Yeah, that is fucking stupid. Yeah, if you like, hey, they kill more of us than you, like, okay, even if you think that motherfucker, so you're cool.
Right. So it's all across the board, fucking disgusting.
Hey, let me ask y'all this, because this is like a popular thing on the Twitter in the Twitter sphere right now. Is everybody saying to defund the police?
I agree because the other day I seen a matte gray, like olive gray, brand new Ford Explorer police car in San Antonio.
And what you say?
Why?
You didn't like that shit? Mo was like, what?
No.
I mean, Bree was like, what the fuck?
I was so confused. Like, you got a customized cop car?
Yeah, that shit is. I think because we pay for this shit, right? As tax-paying citizens, we pay for this shit, I think that we should be able to see. I think that we should be allowed an accounting of exactly what they have and where those funds are being allocated toward. Because they talk about.
I agree.
Because they saying that like these motherfuckers got like tanks and shit, and I'm like, nigga, you niggas are not going after Pablo Escobar. Nigga.
For real,
Like
what the hell you need?
The gear that they have at the protest.
Yeah. Oh yeah, at the protest.
Everything
yeah.
that they have, the equipment, but it was so hard for medical staff with the coronavirus going on to get certain things. But y'all quick, as soon as people want to go peacefully protest, y'all want to be out there all geared up like y'all didn't be in World War III.
Oh, they was ready for the shits. Yeah, they was ready for the shits. I just want to, I think it should definitely be an accounting of where those funds are going to, and I think that, or toward, and I think that as the taxpaying citizens, we should have some fucking say so. We should be like, no, I don't think that our police department needs 17 fucking armored tanks. I don't know what the fuck that's for. You know what I'm saying? Like, like they, these motherfuckers trying to go get
SWAT.
They trying to go get fucking Nino Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck, niggas think.
And I'm sorry, but they have been also pointing out about the police force, like just like the training that goes into it. You know what I'm saying? Like that training needs to be way more extensive than it is, because how long is an officer actually in the academy before they're given a badge? You know what I'm saying? Versus how long judges and lawyers and shit got to go to school to learn the law. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yet we're expected to have these police officers with just maybe like a year of training, if not less. You know what I'm saying? Out on the streets, supposed to be pressing the law to us. Like, y'all don't even know the tip of the iceberg, I feel like, in comparison to other professions. You know what I'm saying? And that's how like the system is definitely fucked up whenever someone can be out there enforcing the law and whatever that doesn't really know the law, versus someone who's trying to make sure that the law is being followed, who has to go through years of education just to get there. Like, it really gives it a bigger view on shit and how shit is set up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why when I posted that video, and if y'all follow me on Instagram, y'all seen it, with that woman who's just like, when I say fuck the police, like, I mean that shit. And I'm like, dead ass, like, because she's talking about it as a system. You know what I'm saying? The way that the police force system was created, the way it's always been, and what it was originally based upon. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as the conspiracy theory standpoint. But I don't know. That was something that I read. I was like seeing people talk about, and that shit kind of really opened my eyes a little bit. Like, damn, you're right. The people who really need to learn the laws and like how shit is
the most probably
for years.
Exactly. And it's the most dangerous job, but y'all take so little as far as training and educating the people that are supposed to be in these lines of forces that are so dangerous, let alone y'all just throw them out on the street real quick without any kind of extensive training. It's crazy.
I wonder what type of, so here's my take on the training. And me and my wife kind of had a semi-argument about this. Like, but again, y'all know me. I enjoy arguing, so I probably turned it into an argument. But no, so my theory on police training is I equated it to every job that anybody has with training, right? So everybody, whether you, like, if you just get a job, you get trained, and then typically every employer, you do what's called continued education every year, to where basically it's basically the company saying, wanting you to sign off and saying, hey, we told you how to do this shit. If you fuck it up, it's on you. We already told you, right? Well, with the police, just like every other job, I'm sure y'all have heard this from people when y'all have started jobs before. You go through training, you get out of training, you start your actual job. You probably get a mentor or somebody to like kind of help you along for the first couple weeks or months or whatever. And that person always says, I know that's how they taught you, but this is how you really do the job.
Right.
I think that's what goes on a lot of times with police, is that, especially because you get like a lot of young guys coming into that field, and they're taught, hey, I know that's what they taught you in the academy, but this is what you actually have to do in this job. You know what I'm saying? And that shit is dangerous.
It's very dangerous. And not only is it dangerous, but you're now confusing ethics with theory. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because you've been taught a theory, and now you're in the field. It has everything to do with ethics. And now it has everything to do with how you're going to put it into play. Because Right now, you all right. So if they do a lot of hypotheses in training, you know what I'm saying. You this is
Right,
if
right.
you were to go through this is how you should handle it. But how many times do you really go through this? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? How many times do you actually confront that actual situation or that simulated situation that they put in training?
Yeah.
Very seldom do you get a situation like that. So when you go out in the field, now it's your theory is clashing with your ethics because now you was taught some way, and now that you're actually in a situation, you can't even think of how can I do it because they're telling me that I'm doing it the wrong way because they taught me the wrong way.
Right.
So now what do I do?
Yeah, because and that's why I brought it up because everybody has said, "Oh, well, no one teaches people to kneel on people with their knee." Well, he learned it from somewhere because it wasn't just no. Because if you watch the video, it wasn't just him. They showed, I think it was 2 or 3 other dudes that were also kneeling on his fucking back and his legs and all kinds of shit. So yeah,
My thing is, I I have a big issue with people that just disregard a human being's life, bro. That's just. I mean, I I just have no words for those people, man. I just feel like they're ignorant, they're stupid, they just I don't know, man.
let me ask you this: would you be able to date a police officer right now?
Why not?
Okay, ladies, would y'all date a police officer right now?
No. But
Not-
I've always been anti-police. Like when it comes to niggas, like if I find out a nigga is a cop or something, I'd be like,
Niggas, the feds.
facts, like facts. Because I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There was a time where Bree hit me up talking about some dude that was a cop. I was like, I mean, he was black. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
He was cool, but like I was still like,
I talked to a black dude from Houston. He was a cop, like, but he is very not blinded and not corrupt and not stupid and simple-minded like some black cops are. Like, I wouldn't have fucked with them if that was the case. But yeah, so I mean, I can't like you definitely. I mean, if I was to come across somebody and they so happen their profession was to be them being a police, as long as I know that they're, you know what I'm saying, they think how I think on the situation, there shouldn't be an issue, you know what I'm saying? And maybe they could be on the inside trying to help make a difference, even if it's just themselves or they have other colleagues that think the same way as them. So I feel like, you know, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can't sit here and say, oh boy, like because he's not like that at all. Like I don't like his job. Clearly, I mean I don't fuck with the laws at all. But
I think that would be tough right now, man. I think if you meet somebody right now, no matter how good they look, and they tell you that if you're black and they tell you that they're a cop, you're probably like,
it's like
yeah, not right
You know,
I
now,
don't
man.
know. I'm not trying to hear none of that shit. Like honestly,
I
if
mean,
you're a cop, I really don't want to be cool with you. Cause like, I mean, honestly, like there is a situation, like there's a person that is a police officer that's friends with my friends. Like that we have mutual friends. I've met him and, you know, spoken to him before, but like, you know what I'm saying? When it came to like a social setting, you know what I'm saying? And it was for my birthday weekend and they were asking like if they could pull up. I was like, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, but no, I don't want you here. But that's also because I kind of saw a little bit of what his views are when it comes to the Black Lives Matter movement, and I just wasn't trying to, you know, like.
yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not really like around. I'm not surrounded by people who like, and it's rare that I do meet people that are on the force. I want to say I probably met a cop like. Shit. Honestly, I don't even think I've ever really like talked to a cop or like a police officer.
God
or something.
damn,
Like,
Mo.
the most it's ever been is probably like MPs for the military. You know what I'm saying? But like other than that, I guess that's probably the extent of where it goes. But I mean, for me, it's like that skepticism when it comes to like, you know, and I mean, I guess I'm gonna be just straight up like how it is whenever I'm encountered with white people. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that same hesitation when it comes to police, like, and it's nothing like necessarily wrong with that person per se, but it's just my whole belief around, you know, what I do believe. It's hard for me to like mesh well with those with those groups because it's like I don't know, I can't do it. It just be going against like what I be talking about, you know what I'm saying? So it's like Like I said,
I
now
mean, for
granted,
me,
there are good cops, there are good people out there, but like, I mean, at the same time, it's like you really don't be knowing until like shit hits the fan. Like you said right now, and people don't know that they were gonna have these types of disagreements until something like this does
Yeah,
occur, and it's
yeah.
like you really don't know what those people's true beliefs are, especially if you're not fucking with them on like a deeper level. So that's why I guess I just like try to stay away from it more so.
that's why I feel like cop or not, like if we're having a conversation about it and you're totally not, you know what I'm saying, on the movement of what the fuck is going on right now, trying to be proactive about it, then that's something that's, you know what I'm saying, I just can't, that's just, I don't know, that's how I felt about it. I mean, you did choose that profession, you did know going into it, maybe you went into it trying to make a difference and, help
Yeah.
your community out. So I feel like that is true because I would damn sure rather be seeing like be around the black cop than a fucking white cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Period.
If I did get encountered by somebody who was on the force, I probably would be sitting there in their ear trying to persuade them to do something else because I'm like, you don't need to be a cop
I mean,
anymore.
yeah, like
Do some other shit. But that's
I
like what I
definitely
said. Like
get a joke.
I have watched that one video that I posted so many times because I just really love where that woman like just straight up says what she has to say about the police force and like yeah, she did come onto it as like a conspiracy theory type of thing, but she did make that point where she was just like, yes, like, there have been people that are good people in the force, and people always want to mention that. But she was like, that's great, but encourage them to find a new career because when it comes down to it, what I'm saying, you want to fix the system from the inside out, but that's what she said. She was like, you need to understand like what a system is because that system has been there before you was born. It's going to be here to the day till you gone. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yes, it's good that you want to fix it from the inside out, but it's like, what progression have we gotten from that
So
so far?
y'all talk to me because I'm gonna be honest with you, right? I know I'm the elder statesman on the show, right? I'm the old nigga in the room, but I have a lot of family members who are cops. Um, I have two good friends. One friend who I was again another person I was in. I'm always in somebody's goddamn wedding. I was in that nigga's wedding too, right?
My uncle's a NYPD
Yeah.
officer.
So I have a lot of quote unquote skin in the game from that perspective, right? My family members who are cops, I often when shit like this happens, I'll call them. You know what I'm saying? First thing I'm gonna do is just check on them, and then second, I always try to have a conversation with them about like what their thoughts are, what they're trying to do, what they see. Just because, you know, at the end of the day, shit, like that's my family member. Or that's like one of my good friends. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's so conflicting, right? Because to your point you're making, Mo, it is a system, right? It is a system that's in place. It's certain codes that they have, unfortunately, right? And even though a person is my family member and or my friend, I already know that I'm flawed in this because of something, knock on wood, but if something was to happen involving one of them, I know for a fact I would give them the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
but
it's
Yeah.
yeah, I just would. You know what I'm saying? Even if the rest of the world was like, oh no, I know I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. And so I say that because, I don't disagree with necessarily what you were saying, Mo, but I think, what I'm saying, from my perspective, when I have like, multiple close family members in law enforcement and friends, it's kind of like, well, fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's like, maybe I should be taking your advice, Mo, and like shooting these niggas text messages with like some fucking job applications, right? On some other
just
shit.
yeah. That's what I said earlier. I was like, I made a joke when I first met a boy. I was like, "Are you really a cop? Like you're a real cop? Like you're a real cop?
Like, this is really what you do, like all the time.
Like, you fine, but you really a cop though? Okay, I'm
Yeah.
really,
But see, that's what I'm saying. I don't have like firsthand experience like
Yeah.
that. I don't have family that's in the force like
Yeah.
that's close to me to where I can feel some type of way about that. But I feel like at this point, if I like, as much as what I've, like researched and looked up and like read about and things like that, like and versus also what I'm gonna be learning in the future, like I just feel like I would probably be vocal definitely to someone that I cared about. You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't want and I mean, at least still try to understand the perspective. I'm still an open book. I'm still an open-minded type of person. But
Right.
like, I mean, at this point, it's just like I don't know. I just don't believe in the police force. You know what I'm saying? As a whole, and I think that's why it's like hard to just pinpoint. Because I mean, there's always going to be good people in everything, you know. Like there's
Yeah.
always going to be good people that just, you know, this was just a job or it's a dream, or it's like when I was a kid and I was, you know, I didn't really know in depth about, you know, what goes on. Like, yeah, it is something that you want to do, grow up to, you aspire to be, and that's okay. You can have those dreams, but I feel like, you know, when it comes time to educate yourself, don't turn the other cheek. Don't like just shy away from it because you don't want to change or you choose to be, you know, ignorant to something.
I think what would have been dope for the country and what would have helped support people who always say, hey, man, there are a lot of good cops out there. You know what I'm saying? Don't let the bad cops spoil it. What would have made that true? There were, I think, a total of 4 cops on the scene when George Floyd was
big
murdered.
time, big time. I
What
agree.
would have made that cool would have been if 1, 2, or the other 3 would have all been like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
stop him. Like make a decision to decide. Oh yeah, this isn't right. This is not going in a good way. Like let's chill the fuck out and
right.
tell this man he need to get, like calm down. Like, but no.
Oh, most definitely. If one of those guys would have interceded on Floyd's behalf, I think that would have changed the whole narrative of police brutality or
It might have saved his life, shit.
yeah, and it definitely would have been better, you know, because they would have been like, you won't no longer you have people saying all cops are corrupt or all cops are bad or there's not one good cop. You'll see the difference when they say, yo, at least he tried, at least he intended to do something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But all them motherfuckers sat there talking shit.
Didn't do shit. And the thing is too, I think that would be like that's gonna be important for like a pattern to start as well, because it's the moment, because that's the thing, is like we do live in a monkey see monkey do type of society. Like we live in times where it's like people only move whenever they see other people doing something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and I feel like if that were to occur, if the you know, the situation would have been different to where they would have stood up or at least interjected or said something, you know what I'm saying? Like, then that could have, you know, eventually started a domino effect where it's like, wow, you know, now police are starting to like speak up maybe against like other people in the force and things like that. We don't know what kind of effect it could have had. But that's just the thing, is like we won't know because nobody ever wants to do it. Nobody wants to be the first one to step up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, you can feel like you just, you know, oh, I don't want to mess this up at this and the third. But at the end of the day, it's like it's really it comes down to you believing what's right and what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, are you willing to stand up for that? And a lot of people aren't. They're not willing to stand up for like what it is they believe in. And it's sad, but it's like that's just reality. And people are so scared to like be the first to do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's really what encouraged me to just kind of start making decisions on my own, because I'm like, I'm not about to sit here and just be doing shit for Twitter. I'm not gonna come and tell Twitter like everything I'm doing. Now I am gonna let y'all know what I'm doing, because I would like, you know, who would like to be included can be included. You know what I'm saying? Like, but other than that, it's like I don't know. I'm really like the type of person. It's like I'm not trying to move like everybody else on social media. Like that shit's for the birds.
Yeah, it's, you know, the social, like, it's funny, right? So, like, my wife's gonna get mad at me because I'm finna say this shit, right? But fuck it, she mad at me anyway right now. It's all good.
He's stupid.
So, welcome to marriage, ladies and gentlemen, right? But but no, I'll always, because like my wife's the type of person that like she will really get worked up over shit she sees on social media. So she'll like read a post or she'll see some shit and she'll get like super worked up, and I'm like, the hell is wrong with you? First of all, most of these motherfuckers are just doing this shit for cap. Number one.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I literally see white people, non-black people just posting shit that they are 100% that shit's cap. Like, you know, like, stop, nigga. You just being stupid. You just want people to like to, you just doing it for the fucking attention at this point, right?
Yeah, you like that controversy.
Yeah, they just want people to be on their shit like, fuck you, da, da, da. They just want, they like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that type.
Yeah.
So, like, for me, I look at social media like 95% of social media is just people doing shit on cap. Whether it's for the movement or, because it's niggas now that, you know, niggas that was posting fucking, white women getting gagged by black dicks last week. These niggas are now fucking, no, real talk. These niggas are now wearing fucking kente cloths out here looking like the Democrats. I'm like, nigga, y'all need to fucking relax, nigga. Y'all niggas just moving however the fucking the wind blow. So I don't get too high or too low on social media. To your point, Mo, I think Um, it's a good tool because you can get some good information, right? And like you said, you can definitely put some shit out there like, yo, here's what I'm doing. This might want to fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck with me. But yeah, man, you can't that shit. Like I talked to Chris Blake, who is not on the show right now. Shout out to that nigga. But Chris Blake, literally, this nigga, this nigga literally just was like, yo, I'm getting off Twitter this week. It was too much. She was like, yo, I can't even get on here. It's too much for me. And it be like that sometimes, man.
I mean, it be like that sometimes, most definitely. I mean, you gotta take those social media breaks because, I mean, social media is not, I mean, it's reality for sure, but at the same time, it's not. So it's like, and I think that too, like, you know, like you said, it is a good source of information. It's a good source of like, you know, staying current on things, but I still at the same time take everything on social media with a grain of salt because like you can't just believe everything that you be seeing. Everything that's posted, you know, there is such thing as angles and editing and all kinds of stuff. So there's so much.
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say, Mo?
I'm saying there's a lot of deception out there. There's a lot of people that will post things out of context just so to make a point that they want to make. But whenever you actually put it into context, it's like, oh shit, well, you know, I don't really agree with your point anymore. And like, I mean, as far as like being mad at people on social media, yes, everybody has their opinions. Everyone is free to say what they want to say, but just as much as you have the freedom to say what you want to say, I see it on my timeline. I have the freedom to report you, like, period. Because I'm not going to argue with nobody on social media.
Hold on, you report?
I will speak my piece. Like, I'll say what I want to say, but at the same time, I see some ignorant shit on my timeline. I've been reporting and blocking at this point. Like, I don't have the time to go back and forth with people. And like, it's just, I don't know, that report button, I be feeling powerful as fuck with that hoe. Like, I'm finna get this account shut down. You finna get suspended on some shit to where it's like, you know, that's really to me, like where it's really gonna hurt. Cause I could say all these things to you. I could say whatever I want. I could cuss at you and call you out your name, this and third. You can call me out my name, but where are we gonna get from there? Like, I don't want to see you on my shit anymore. I'm finna suspend you, like, period. But that's just me. Like, I'm done with the bullshit. And like, just with the, like, you know, like you said, there's people that out there just want to be on the opposing side, just want to be controversial. Yes. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I mean, just something super small. I posted that poll on Instagram asking about, you know, if anybody, like, just getting ideas as far as like if people will be interested in a Black history, Black education type of podcast. And the one person who said no on that hoe, like at the yes and at the no, the one account that said that clicked on nah, first of all, was a private account that doesn't follow me, doesn't have any mutual friends with me at all. Like, I don't know how the hell it came across my story. You know what I'm saying? But like, just had to be that one out of all the other people because everybody else wrote the other side. You know what I'm saying? Had to be that one. So I reported the page and blocked.
Damn, Mo. Hold on, Mo. Hold on, Mo.
I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry, but like, you came on my shit with that? Fuck out of here. Like,
he said, hold on.
And then your shit's private. I think it was one of those trolling accounts.
I'm about to defend this nigga, though. You asked a question.
You shouldn't have put the no.
Yeah, you asked a yes or no question. He put no.
I don't care.
You reported?
Like I said, just like you have the freedom to hit no, I got the freedom to get you the fuck off my shit for the lifetime of your account. Like, we don't have to agree, but I can choose to do what I want to do on my own shit. That's my point.
And I 100% agree with that. And here's the part that I hate about social media, though, more than anything else, because I agree with exactly 100% what you said. But what that turns into, though, unfortunately, is it potentially can turn your social media into an echo chamber, right? Because if and listen, some people enjoy it. Some people only want to have people with like-minded people with like-minded views on their social media, and that's cool. I guess maybe I like to argue too much because I like to have people from the opposing side. Now listen, I don't want no goddamn trolls just saying dumb shit. I want somebody now. If it's somebody who truly feels another way and they can articulate their point and it's not disrespectful, I may just totally disagree with you, but I'm okay with you with you saying, you know what I'm saying, with you expressing it. You know what I mean?
I feel you. And I am usually, like I said, I definitely have a lot of opposing opinions on my timeline. And like I said, I will speak my piece. I'll say what I want to say. It's not that everybody's getting canceled. But I just feel like if you're going out of your way to do all of that, like you're doing a little too much. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you're doing too much. That's how I feel. And like I said, just like everybody has the freedom of what they want to do on their page, I can do what I want to do on my page.
I feel like Mo.
And that's just it. And if you don't want those problems, then don't come on my page with that bullshit. Like,
talk that shit, Mo. Hey, hold on. Hey, okay, Bree, listen. It's just me and you right now, Bree. I'm putting everybody else on mute. It's just me and you, Bree. Tell me though, Bree, real talk. If you date a nigga and the D is good and he look good, but he not down with Black Lives Matter, you still gonna kick it though, right?
I'm still gonna wet him?
You still gonna kick it?
No.
Come on, Bree.
Why are you just asking me that? I'm offended.
I'm not gonna ask JC. Shit.
Why are you not asking Mo that? I'm offended.
How do you not know I wasn't gonna ask Mo? Mo just finished talking. Mo was just gonna block the nigga. She just told you, goddamn it, Bree. You didn't hear her?
I'm not. No, I absolutely not.
Mo just blocking niggas right now. I'm just saying.
No.
It's just me and you talking though, Bree, right now. Come on, Bree.
Nigga, shut up. Just me and you talking.
It's just me and you, man. Listen, because listen, where I got this, like the idea from the topic from was from a nigga on Twitter. This nigga said, "Hey, listen, dog." He was trolling because I know him, but people that didn't know him were offended by it, which is hilarious. But anyway, he was like, "Hey, dog, listen. My girl is black and she don't fuck with Black Lives Matter, but she got a fat ass. So I'm just gonna tell y'all, man. Y'all know how she is. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not leaving."
No. So that's such a huge contradiction to everything
like,
I just.
Hey, he said, but she, you know.
So that nigga coon chip activated, basically.
But you know how, but Mo, you know how niggas are though. You know, a fat ass.
You asked me that dumbass question.
I'm just saying because for niggas, Bree, for niggas,
she's like,
ass,
hey, she said,
a fat ass is the cure all for niggas. Niggas talk that shit right now.
But that's one that's not a pass. That's not getting through just because you got.
That's not justifiable just because she got a fat ass. Nigga, it's plenty of ass out here, just like it's plenty of dick out here. So I mean,
I agree.
when it comes down to it, if that nigga with the good D, whatever, isn't with the movement, you know what I'm saying? I can't say he would have probably gotten that far, but if he did get that far, then yeah, like that shit's gonna be cut from the root, like JC be saying. Like I'm not gonna do it because there's too much dick out here to be sitting here settling over something, and you know I would feel like I'm disrespecting myself and my own views. You know what I'm saying? Like that's disrespectful to myself.
That's like me. It's not near equivalent, but that's up there with me staying with a nigga that's cheating. The fuck? I'm no dumbass bitch. Roy, you got me fucked up with that question.
What?
Don't ask me that shit again.
It's just a question.
You just asked that shit to me like you just thought that's what I was gonna say.
No, it was just me.
I don't like that.
Well, I already knew Mo's answer because Mo was apparently.
You should have had the same energy for me. Period.
I didn't know your answer. I just wanted to ask you, man, because listen, I know JC. I said JC. I mean, Blake, if Blake was here, if she had a fat ass, Blake is gonna, you know.
He gonna rock with it.
Blake might ride it out for a little while. See where it goes. See if he can try to, you know, convince her the other way. Why not try to save the person, man? Why not try to save the coon? Y'all not trying to save coons?
No. Coons are coons for a reason. They chose that lifestyle. I'm not gonna be arguing.
Absolutely not.
It's crazy though.
You're ignorant.
When you see a coon, it is heartbreaking sometimes. Like, oh, not you.
Not you.
Not you, nigga. You a coon too? I've seen some real thug niggas be coons. I'm like, hold on, nigga. How the hell you got face tattoos and you a coon? The fuck? These niggas come in all shapes, sizes, and colors, man. But alright, man. No, real talk. But alright, man. I don't know. I think just overall for this to ready to close this shit out. I think, man, everybody right now is kind of checking themselves and their friends and family and girlfriends and boyfriends. Shout out to my LGBTQ. Everybody's checking Oh, hold on. Let me stop there. Speaking of that.
This nigga.
Well, because I usually give a shout out because that's what I usually do at that time, right? When I start saying everybody,
yeah,
I always make sure they go with them. But it's starting to become a lot of smoke from the LGBTQ community right now. I said this last week, and y'all act like I made it up. And it's been doubled down on a little bit this week. A lot of the black members of the LGBTQ community, for some reason, are upset, I guess, with black people. I'm so confused.
Why would you be?
I don't know. I'm confused as shit. I'm so goddamn.
But this
confused.
movement has nothing to do with them, with their sexual orientation.
Talk to them. I give you their Twitter.
Nah, I'm good. I don't even get on Twitter.
Maybe you can holler at them, JC.
Nah, bro. The people gotta grow up, man. People try to focus so much of the attention off of what really matters. We're not talking about nobody's sexual orientation. We're not talking about whether you like dudes or whether you like women. No, we're talking about a single race that has been constantly ostracized since as far back as we can remember. That's what this movement is about, man. Just equality for all, right? So what does your sexual preference have to do with Black Lives Matter? If you're black, you're part of this movement. It has nothing to do with whether you like another dude or not.
I'm not gonna lie, this black dude that he got on Twitter and said that he was a gay man first and then he was a black man. I didn't understand that.
Well,
See, you see, I'm glad you said that, Bree, because these niggas been thinking I've been making this shit up this whole time.
well, I mean,
did tweet that.
Wild.
You see?
He did tweet that, and I didn't understand.
You see?
I didn't understand.
well, listen, I feel like
But
I feel like those
won't
people need
ever
to
will. I
prioritize
won't ever will
their
because I'm straight, so I can't sit here. You know what I'm saying? That's something. I mean, if they would want to talk about it and elaborate why they feel like their sexuality comes first before their race.
I'm gonna get them
You
on
know,
the show.
so-
I'm gonna get some on the show next week. Don't worry about it.
But I ain't gonna cut to y'all. I am tired. I'm about to go.
Yeah, we about to get ready to get the fuck about this nigga here. Bree's fucking ending the show right now, goddamn it.
I'm like, I was just letting you know I'm gonna leave. You don't have to end.
No, nigga, I just said we wrapping the goddamn show up, Bree. I just want to talk about the LGBTQ, your community. I'm fucking with you. I got fucking with Bree. All right, man. Everybody be cool, man. Y'all make sure y'all rate, comment, subscribe. We might be back Friday, man. We ain't, we usually talk sex. We've been kind of chilling out on the sex talk for right now, but we may talk some revolution sex. We'll see what's popping, man.
Revolution.
this guy.
I don't know what the fuck people are doing out here, man. But hey, y'all make sure y'all rate, comment, subscribe, all that fly shit, man. We'll holler.
Abbiamo proprio
Like